Jimmy John's recently brought back their viral Picklewich to the menu, in which they take some of their classic sandwiches and, in place of bread, the sandwich is placed in between a hollowed out pickle sliced in half. It's a pretty simple concept. On paper, it sounds very intriguing to me, but I could see how it could be totally gimmicky. But the only way to find out is to try one. Let's go pick one up. Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? I have an online order.
Is it Picklewich?
No worries, take your time. And I appreciate it. Have a good one. With the bag secured here, let's give it a look. So I went with the Vito Picklewich, and each of their options comes out to $8.29 for just the sandwich. Initially, this was a pretty messy sandwich. It was struggling to stay together. I wasn't sure if they would maybe toothpick it together or something, because obviously a pickle is not going to have the same holding quality as a sliced piece of bread. So when you eat it, there is some holding together on the part of the consumer that is required. It's not going to stick together on its own. It's not the most portable sandwich. If you're like driving or on the go and trying to eat this, you will definitely make a big mess. But as we go in for a first bite, I was instantly a huge fan. The crunchy texture of the pickle to me is very appealing, but the briny flavor is also really, really excellent in my opinion. Combined with the good flavors of the meats, if you know Jimmy John's sandwiches, you know what you're getting in this, so I'm not going to go too in-depth in terms of analyzing the sandwich, but I like the Vito. In this case, and I would imagine in other instances too, the various meats and cheeses and the seasoning and the sliced onions made a really nice contrast with that strong flavor of the pickle. To me, every bite had that contrast I'm looking for when it comes to a compelling flavor that typically the foods that I like the most have. You know, the things I want to keep going in for more bites from. They have that contrast going on, and that definitely happens from the strong flavor of this pickle contrasted with the nice flavors going on, but very different flavors from the meats and cheese. It's a juicy sandwich as well, of course, coming from a pickle. I do like the fact that they hollow out the pickle because I think it does make it a little bit more edible, and the meat folds in nicely, and texture-wise, it's really pleasing to me. The biggest complaint to me is that it didn't stay together well. That could be assembly on the particular Jimmy John's I went to's part, or that could just be a general mechanism issue with the nature of this sandwich. Maybe one suggestion would be to try putting toothpicks or something to hold them together better, but I'm not sure if that would work in practice. All that considered, the messiness is really the only negative thing I can say about this. It was a fantastic sandwich, and I'm definitely going to get one again. I'm going to try another variety of one of their other sandwiches, but I'd give this a 7.8 out of 10, and that's very high on my scale. My one instance of trying this proved to me that this doesn't feel like just a gimmick. It's actually something that is really good and executed well on their part. Something about the crunchy texture of the pickle and the flavor of the ones they use as well, contrasted with the ingredients of their normal sandwiches, really worked well for me. I don't think $8.29 is a horrible price. It's not the most overwhelmingly filling sandwich, so you might need a little bit more to go with it, maybe some chips or something if you're looking for a big fill-up meal. But at $8.29, I'm willing to try this again for sure. That does conclude my thoughts on this Picklewich from Jimmy John's. I encourage you to give it a try if you're curious. I do think it's worth it, and I am particularly picky when it comes to my food reviews, so I think you can take my word for it. At that, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you've tried the Jimmy John's Picklewich. What were your thoughts on it? And at that, I will see you in the very next video. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.